Okay, now that we're back, everybody have a seat and let's get started. We're going to talk about jobs, occupations. You're all in high school, so that's something you should be thinking about now. Probably many of you are and have some ideas of what you want to do, but we're going to do some research on different occupations, different jobs that are available. So just name off some jobs. It doesn't have to be something you're interested in. Okay, yeah, doctor. Okay, teacher, yeah. You want to take my job? Teacher, plumber, yeah. Very good. Hairstylist, okay. Okay, let's stop with these right now. Okay, so for a doctor, do you have to go to school for that? Yeah, you do. You're in school a very long time to be a doctor. Teacher, yes. It involves school, at least a bachelor's degree, sometimes more. Some places require more, and it depends on what level you're teaching. Plumber. Now, there are some plumbers that have been, self-taught. They were taught by their dad or whatever. You don't have to be certified, but nowadays, most of them at least have some sort of trade training. They go to a trade school to learn the trade of plumbing. And so that involves school as well. Hairstylist, another job kind of like plumber where you could be self-trained, but if you go to school for it, you'll make more money and you'll have more training. But these two don't necessarily require school, but they do require experience. Okay, great. Now what we're going to talk about is in where I come from in the United States, in the state of Ohio, they have a fabulous website that I'm going to have you use because it doesn't matter where you live to use it. And what it provides is what they call a backpack. You're going to set up your backpack, and it's specifically for students. And so I'm going to walk you through how to set up your own little account. They don't email you, they don't contact you for high school students. It's just a resource. And I'll show you on the smartboard. This is kind of what it looks like, and it says the backpack. And what we're going to be doing is you are going to fill out the career plan portion of it, which is it says create a career plan. So you're going to create a career plan in there. There's lots of stuff in here, but I just want you to do that one, and then I want you to do the search programs. I want you to search a program, search the different programs available in the field. You are going to choose 3 jobs that you might be interested in, and but first I'm going to walk you through on the smartboard exactly how to set up the account because it can be a little bit confusing, and get you started on those 2 parts. This is going to take a little while, so and it is part of your grade for today to be able to set these up properly. So after you do that, then we are going to do the Occupations Worksheet. And that, you'll get 3 of these worksheets because you're going to do 3 jobs. You're going to list the occupation. You're going to do a brief job description. Like a plumber, they, fix pipes and toilets and sinks and something like that. Responsibilities. What do people do in this job? What are some of the responsibilities of this job? And write down at least 4 things a person does in this job. So for a doctor, they prescribe medicine, they do physicals, they might deliver babies, there's lots of things. A teacher, what 4 things that a teacher does. Sets lesson plans, teaches students, goes to school to become a teacher, tutors students. There's lots of things. So just kind of a brief description though of what they do. Responsibilities. Requirements. Okay, what type of skills and training is required for this job, and what sort of education or training would be required. All of this you're going to look up online, and you're going to cite your sources. Remember we talked about citing sources on the last page, so write them down as you go so that you have where you got the information. What is the setting for this job? What kind of setting? Is it indoors, outdoors? Is it a small business, a large business, a public business, a hospital, working for the government, what kind of job setting would you have? For teacher, being on a school. Job outlook and growth. What is the annual job growth for this career? And it gives you some choices. Much faster than average, average, slower than average, expected to decline. And then be sure you cite your information for that. What is the typical salary range for this job? You may find many different salaries, so you might want to list a couple of them, especially if they vary, and be sure to cite your sources. Positive features. List 3 positive aspects to this job, like with a teacher working with kids, being in a public school, having summers off, and then 3 negative aspects to that job. And what other occupations might be like these? So a doctor could say, well, a nurse, similar, but not as much schooling. A teacher may be a specific type of teacher, a trade teacher, one that works in a trade school. You can do that as well, okay? And then you need to list your resources. List all of your resources. After you do that, and after we spend time walking through this, you fill out the 3 sheets. What you'll be graded on is setting up your backpack correctly. So after you've done it, I will check your backpack on the site, make sure that you filled it out correctly. And because these are sites that you'll probably be using for jobs in the future. And then also I will grade you on your your occupation worksheet. So fill out the occupation worksheets after you do the website. You will get to work in pairs after you have done the website. You're going to talk to each other about what you found on the website. You're going to share the information, and you and your partner will come up with together the jobs that you're interested in. But then after that, you're going to work quietly to fill out your occupation worksheets. So I think this is going to be great, and I know you guys will rock.